RJ Trades. If you have not liked and subscribed, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that bell button so that you get all the updates about my videos. So today's we're gonna talk about basically a lot of data strategy. So how to be a casino in stock market. As you probably heard, mostly options, right? So as you probably heard, a lot of people says like option is gambling. Well, it may be gambling, but if you do it right, it may not be gambling. And the other good part is it gives you opportunity to be a casino, right? You can actually sell option, not only buy option. So we're going to talk about a lot of selling options and how you should choose, what you should avoid, and maybe I'll buy I'll at least execute. I was kind of looking at apples, and it's been range bound, so maybe execute kind of apple, uh, Apple, probably iron condor. So let's get started, right? So there are a lot of strategies to do it. So you can do butterfly, you can do debit spread, credit spread, and also you can do iron condor. I usually like iron condor a lot of times, and what I do is if there's like unnecessary dip, a lot of times unnecessary dip for no reason, I try to sell put credit spreads, then it comes back, or if it's up, then I try to kind of updates. I'll sell call credit spreads. It's working pretty much. Also, I do a lot of with calendar it gives you a lot of room. For example, if you do calendar, let's say 135 in Apple, it gives you a room. Basically you could be between 130 to 140 and you will still make money. So it doesn't have to be directional, right? It can move sideways. So you need to kind of look into the volatility, where you have kind of if volatility helps you, you just kind of buy on the when volatility is really low. So when it kind of rises, it helps you, and kind of look into those things. So let's get started, right? So for something I was doing was in Tesla. So Tesla had the few dips. So what I did last time was Tesla on this big red day. I thought it was basically unnecessary. I got really like when it was like 790 or something, 788, 790. I sold put credit spread, a little risky. Tesla just swings so much, so it could be a risky. With the bad news, it can go down. So I sold around like 740, 750. The credit were pretty good, almost $3 credit, which is awesome actually. So I had 10 contract, that's 3,000. Next 2 days it rallied up to almost 8 something, 874. On that day I sold again call for 940, 950, so that with the same amount of money. And basically it expired worthless. I collected my money, so that was good. So kind of good trade there. So I usually try to, when I try to do, again, not always, but what I try to do is if it does unnecessary sell-off, market still look strong and whatnot, I will do put credit spread, and when it's kind of going up, I'll sell call. So make it a calendar, not at once. But that way I have like kind of a little bit more premium on the both side than I would have got. Because if you got like here, if you got a call for 9 something, 940, 950, it would be really less. Here put would be kind of, it's very close, so you have a good premium, but if it's on the upside it would be less, right? So that's what I do. I actually have some put credit spread expiring just today, for I think for yeah, I got credit about $400 for 10. So yeah, $400 for 10, 40 cents, $400. And those were yeah, I think they're still open. I expect them to expire worthless, so I'm not selling it. If I want to close it, it's just gonna cost me like what, 10, 20 bucks. And that's 10, 20 extra bucks. So looks pretty safe. I don't think so we're gonna have a huge sell-off. Tesla, you never know, but hopefully not. So that's what I'm holding so far. And yeah, and also I think I'm gonna take some apples. I'm gonna show you, but if you don't know, it's pretty straightforward. If you wanna do kind of, I'm gonna kind of show you too. If you are not doing iron condor, all you do is go to trade, and you can pick the ticker, and you pick usually like if you have a little bit more time, it's always a good idea. It depends. Sometimes I do 7 days. Sometimes I do more. But if you do 7 days, all you need to do is, instead of singles, you do um, not the calendar. We are looking at iron condor. Click there. Oh man, slow. Okay, iron condor. Then you select whatever you want to do is, and you can always adjust, right? This is basically you are okay, you're selling iron condor, not buying it. So you sell call, lower strike, buy call, higher strike, sell put, higher strike, sell call, lower strike, right? You are selling, you are getting a credit, right? Always don't just pick it up and send it. Always look at where you want. Basically, you don't want stock to go, you want to move between them, right? For example, let's say Tesla, you don't think maybe 900, right? Maybe 900, 910. So it could be uh, 900, 910. So I'm gonna do 910, 910, and I'm gonna do 900. So 900, I guess I could have type 2. So almost there. So 900, that's a call credit. So credit reduced significantly. Put, let's say probably like still bullish, not to I'm just giving an example. But if you do maybe put, you sold put higher, so probably like not 6, I mean I'm looking at 750, and you do 740. Yeah, 740, right? Here you're getting 1 point. So this is next week, you're getting 164 credit, right? So if you sell 10 of those, you can see that you're making 600 bucks. But you need to know what's your risk. You are risking 8,000, right? But your true risk should never be 8,000. Again, Tesla probably not a really good stock to iron condor or any other strategy, just cause it's so volatile. But the risk is basically 8,000, because your width is basically $1,000. So 1,000 minus your credit, that's your risk. But the thing is, a lot of people, you should never risk any trade, right? So what I usually do is, I got 164 credit, right? I usually, what I do is, if I'm losing, let's say about 50%, so if this value goes up, so basically if it goes one direction or other, right, either it goes really down or it really goes up, right? So that time I will cut my loss. I will just let's say I will sell it, I'll buy back at $2, right? Then my loss was actually just 34 cents, so 360 per 10 contracts. So you gotta look and you gotta know what's your plan, right? Not just buying always. Also, you can kind of analyze like uh, what's the trade profile looks like. Yeah, probability analysis, you can see that, right? So if you're looking, so the probability is uh, kind of, so if you go 90, it's pretty good, pretty good. So 703, Tesla does have, so 703 to 881, it just kind of dumped right now. So 880, 990. So call side looks good, put side maybe you want to go a little bit lower. I took some risk, so you can kind of look into. So if you're usually in this range, usually most of the times you're gonna win, right? So it's a 89, 90. So there's just a 12% chance. So pretty less. So 9, so 20% chance, you still have 80% chance of winning if you do that. So always kind of look into that, analyze, and know your risk profile. Also, if you're a beginner, start small and kind of build on top of it, right? That's some things I really like. Other things I do is kind of calendar spread from time to time. So calendar is another great strategy, where you sell the front month and buy the next month. Kind of same concept. But I'm gonna look into the apples and see how much Apple can do, and probably do a trade with you guys. So this is 134. So if you look at the top, the resistance is right around 144, 145. So I think like 145 to 150 is pretty safe for next week. So I'm gonna do 140, and also it's not on the upside or downside, right in the middle. So I think it's good. So 145 to 150, that's what I'm thinking for call side. Again, on the put side, right? So 125 seems a little close, but if you go, yeah, look at that. That was a top which was around 120, 125. So that's some good support. Probably it's gonna hold, but it's still a little bit near. So I want to be a little bit, I feel a little bit bearish, so I'm gonna do 120, 115. So probably that's a good, that was a resistance before, so yeah, and it acted as a support too. So I'm gonna look into those, right? So all you do is trade. This is Apple, and I'm not doing this week's, I'm gonna do this week. Iron Condor, you can pick any, and basically you're selling. So on call side, we're gonna do sell 145 and buy 150. Yeah, 150. Not much credit, but decent one, right? That's 42. Now on the put side, sell 120 and buy 115. I may actually, it looks like a really less credit, so I may actually do 25. Man, okay. That's not a lot of credit, really less. I think I don't like the premium at all. I guess one is like it's really, I guess we could get a little bit aggressive. 2025. I don't want to be that aggressive, but yeah, this is probably not worth it. I'm risking basically $10 to make 500. That's 1%, right? Not bad. Well, that's 2%. Wow. I mean, not bad, but with the fee and everything. What about I do 45? So this is an iron condor. So what if I do 40, 45? So do 40 and 45. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so 40, 45. Okay, let's analyze that. So we are looking at 19. So yeah, I wanna be below this. So it's 127 to 140. I think we are at 40, 45, 20, 25. So yeah, I think it's not bad. Yeah, usually if it drops some things, I may actually do, but that's pretty decent one. So all you do is go to trade. So we have about like um, about 20%, 80% chance of winning this. So that doesn't looks bad. So I'm getting $22 credit, which is mid. So what I'm gonna do is confirm. So you can see that that's 10 of those. So I'm making 220. My risk is 47.80. You got to remember that, right? But well, technically I'll get 198 because of the $22 fee, but my risk is that. But the thing is, like, if it goes above, let's say, one direction, if it goes 220, if it goes, let's say, 300 and 400, I'm out. I lost 200, but that's done. That's a bad trade, right? So always. But one thing is, if you do like give enough room, like maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, usually it will be good for you. This is just an example, but I'll just sell it, send it anyway. So that's it. If it execute, execute. If not, not. But if it execute, I'll get credit, right? So that's one of the some of the strategy I use. Again, you can do this is iron condor, both put and call, but you can just do that. Another strategy I may actually do Apple, right? Another strategy I really like is calendar. I may actually open calendar for Apple. So all you do is calendar, and I like to pick. I'm gonna pick manually, but I like to pick. This is February, right? So this is February 12th. So March 21. 5 March 12 March 19. Okay, March 19 looks good. So I'm gonna pick 35. We're right at here. So what I'm gonna do is, so you sell the front month, which is a calendar is a debit, right? So it's a debit strategy. So what I'm gonna do is I sell the front month. So I'm gonna sell not March, I'm gonna sell, yeah, March 19. That looks good, but I'm gonna buy, I wanna put 1 month out. So March, I'm gonna do April April 16, right? So this is $2 debit, so 215, right? Here I'm making money by theta decay, right? So basically, if it just hover around same price, or kind of range bound, I guess we can kind of look at the uh, analyze trade, and we can look at the risk profile, and I think it has so many other. Iron condor, yeah, I think this is calendar, yeah. See, on expirations I'll be making money, that's 220. Calendar, yeah. Yeah, so you have a lot of room on expiration, which is gonna be uh, this is 212 is today, 320, that's our first leg. So on 320, if I'm between 223 and, oh wow, that's a lot of room actually. So I'm profitable even with, like, if everything volatility, again, it's not accurate, but I could be. So it could be between 140, right? Yeah, it could be 140 and 140 and 27. So right here, yeah, yeah, 140, 127. So a lot of room, right? It can wiggle around a lot of, and max profit I can make is about $2,000. So which is right at, if it's like if it's expired, right at basically 135, right? So that's where I make the make the max money. But if the IV raises, I make money. So there's a lot of ways. So there's really good chance like those trades like work. So this is a calendar, so I'll probably gonna send it this 215 mid. Yeah, I'll just send 215 here. Calendar, $11 cost. So this gonna cost me $2,000. and yeah, $2,000, and let's see how that works. So I'm gonna send it. Yep. So yeah, so that's it. So I just wanted to cover a lot of things. You don't have to just buy, call, and put. You can use different strategy. So if you have any question or comment, let me know. But that's it for today. Thank you.